What I'd like to talk to you tonight about is comfort zones. And the reason I want to talk about comfort zones is because a comfort zone is what controls our lives. A comfort zone is a picture you have of your life in your subconscious. And if you do not reflect that picture, your subconscious goes to work to get you back there. Now, we all have comfort zones. We have financial comfort zones, we have career comfort zones, and we have relationship comfort zones. Even companies have comfort zones, organizations, even governments. And like I say, if you do not reflect that picture, your subconscious goes to work. For example, if you're a salesman and you're used to making $1,000 a week, and now you start making $1,800, well, your subconscious goes to work. You start coming in late, missing meetings, not calling people back on time, and you'll get back down to that 1,000. In fact, you go lower. Now you're making 800. Now your subconscious got to work in the opposite direction. You're coming in on time. You're making all your meetings. You're calling your people back on time. You're even knocking doors because you want to get back there. And you will get back there. And when you do, you'll be sailing along again. Like I say, companies have comfort zones. Do you ever go to work somewhere and you're doing your job and somebody comes up and says, "What are you doing?" "Well, I'm doing my job." "No, you're not. We don't do it like that. Here's how we do it, and this is the way you're going to do it." Oh yeah, companies have comfort zones. Sometimes they keep them for so long, they go broke because they don't want to change. You've got to be willing to change. I remember years ago I used to work in a warehouse with a bunch of guys. Before I knew anything about comfort zones, goal setting, affirmations, I didn't know anything about that. And there's this one guy we work with, we call him Good Time Joe. Whenever you want to go to happy hour, Joe was there. Whenever you want to go play ball, Joe was there. If you want to have a party, you had to invite Joe. In fact, Joe was the party. And then all of a sudden, Joe stopped showing up. He goes home right after work. So I see him a week later. "Hey, Joe, what's going on, man?" "Oh, nothing." I said, "Well, you don't come around no more. Somebody make you mad?" "Oh, nobody's made me mad." "Then what's going on?" "Well, I'll tell you, Dennis, I'm going to school." "Going to school? What are you going to school for? Extreme partying?" "No, I'm going to school to be a mechanic." "A mechanic?" "Yeah, a mechanic." "You never said nothing like that before." "Well, I figured you guys wouldn't understand, so I just didn't say anything." "Well, how come you're not a mechanic now?" "Well, I'll tell you, Dennis, I got a couple of kids and a wife and that, and I got to make money. And I don't think I'm ready." "Well, then what triggered this?" "My uncle called me, and he wanted me to help him work on a car. And usually when my uncle wants you to help him, he wants you to hand him wrenches and hold things for him. And this time he has me tune it up with him. And then he tells me to take the carburetor off by myself. And I'm thinking, this is going to be real hard. But I did it, and it was hard. Believe me, it was hard. And he tells me, he says, "Joe, you got a knack for this. You ever thought about being a mechanic?" I said, "Yes, I'd really like to be one, but I got a wife and kid and that, and I got to make money, and I don't know if I'm ready." "Well, then go to school." And that's what I've been doing. Going to school at night and working on weekends on cars to get practical experience. I love it. It's hard. I don't get to hang around you guys anymore, but I love it. And I'll tell you something. I'm going to be the best mechanic in town. That's my dream. You go get him, Joe. I'll talk to you later, man. I seen Joe about 10 years ago. He's got 2 shops. He runs them with his kids. Now, is he the best mechanic in town? I don't know. But I do know one thing. When you look up his reviews, one word keeps coming through. Reliable. Reliable. I know when I need a mechanic. I don't always need the best, but I know I need a reliable one. Anybody can do it. There's millions of stories like that. You can do it. We got an advantage today. We know about goal setting, comfort zones, affirmations. We didn't know anything about it back then. Joe wanted it. He knew he wanted it. He seen the opportunity, and he took the opportunity. And he created his own new comfort zone. Like I say, anybody can do it. You might have to do a little extra schooling. You might have to work overtime to make extra money. but you're willing to do anything because you can see that new picture. You can see that new comfort zone. And every day it gets clearer and clearer and clearer because you believe. And every day you say your goals day and night. You say them with conviction. You say them with belief. And most of all, you say them with a passion. Because you want this and you know you can get it. And when you get to that new comfort zone, you'll look back and say, I'm a lot more comfortable now than I was. And remember, life doesn't happen to you. Life happens for you. So take control.